The month of February is actually cooking. It's dropping mobile games loaded with them, waiting to ruin your schedule. Hello friends, this is Mobo, and here are over 15 fresh releases this week for Android and iOS you might want to check out while they're still hot. Alright, first of all, the free-to-play open-world RPG Everness to Everness just kicked off its Co-X test closed beta on PC, PlayStation 5, Android and iOS. And it's just brimming with everything you want and didn't even know you needed. You see, the game is all around chaos, freedom, it's everything an open-world RPG should be now with infinite ways to play it. Imagine a city that doesn't play by the rules, and now imagine you get to even break that. It's just an open world like a Grand Theft Auto but an anime, and when you're not doing any of those, you can just fish, manage shops, race around, or play in heists, your call. You can play it now by signing up. The testing's open for another 2 weeks, and frankly, it's near to a finished game as opposed to a half-baked RPG as it is right now. Alright, not entirely sure where this fella came from, but we couldn't even be happier to announce it. Favela on the Roll is one of those rare mobile games that actually feels quite ambitious. It's a full-on open world where you work jobs, drive everything you can, survive day to day, and slowly build a life from nothing. You earn cash, buy property, flex vehicles, and just explore while there's social tension that's building underneath the action you do. It's definitely up there in terms of overall quality and scale with games like Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It's a long-term sandbox aiming pretty big and swinging far above typical mobile expectations depth. Free, about 1 GB in total. Crisis X sounds like someone looked at every survival game addiction and said, yeah, all of it at once. I mean, it's been a long time in the making. It's promised for PC somewhere around March, but it's already here on mobile, so if you're willing to be a tester, you can just go right ahead and do that. It's an online game of 14 GB in size and it's free. A 1,200 square kilometer map, thousands of players per server, zombies, PvP zones, communes, pits, tanks, and sports cars in the apocalypse, cause why not? In fact, Crisis X is just aiming big, and if it delivers even half of this without melting phones on servers when it's globally out, it could be special. If not, it'd still be fascinating to watch it burn. Coming up behind that at number 4 with my time at Sandrock Mobile. I said this will happen back in 2023. Everybody hated me for saying that, but regardless of the hate we got, well, it seems to be in a pretty good shape and undergoing the English version for a global release as well. You can use the links down in the description. For the Chinese version, it's on TapTap and the Apple Store, but unless you've got a good translator app and a good VPN, I wouldn't recommend it. Either way though, if you missed it, it's like my time at Porsche, but with prettier graphics, customization, storyline, everything. In fact, one of the best mobile ports as it is in its current state, although it's taking you a whopping 12 GB of storage. Sitting comfortably at the top 5, if you missed it, Parasite Survivors is what happens when a mobile shooter actually respects you. I mean, this is fast, brutal, brain-on gameplay. Pretty much no autoplay. No watching your character fight while you scroll TikTok because it swarms everywhere, builds spiraling out of control, and boss fights that feel genuinely earned. The heroes are distinct, loadouts actually matter, and the risk-reward decisions keep you locked in. Looks sharp, hits hard, most importantly it's fun minute 1, not fun after 20 different tutorials, and for an alpha, this thing already punches way above its weight. It's a free game as well. Gives you a bunch of witches who are obnoxiously good at their job, and you actually have to think about how to use them, the game. So it's a tactical or rather turn-based anime RPG where time and skills is just the key to win. More importantly, the girls aren't just icons, They bicker, joke, and glare at you when you screw up, which is somehow more fun than the battles themselves at times. It's a 4 gigabytes of goodness that clicks when you click it. You know, it's loud, smart, ridiculous, and actually keeps you on your toes. It's just a mobile game that doesn't talk down, and the full global version's coming out in a month. Solo, it's just horror. 2 players, it's the adventure. 3, a treasure hunt, and 4 is just pure comedy. Here in this game, you and your squad are new hires at this supernatural company and are sent into these ruins to grab treasures before other things grab you. Traps, ghosts, puppets all show up unannounced, so timing and teamwork actually matter. The ruins are all loaded with scares that make you jump frequently, but it's all in check and quite fun. Tools exist, but mostly it's about paying attention and not dying with your loot. Overall, it's a pretty silly, tense co-op game that actually works. So horror playtime multiplayer is what happens when, say, hide and seek grows up, gets creepy, and invites 5 friends instead to all panic with you. So the story is you're trapped in a spooky house, solving puzzles while an enemy AI plays a professional nightmare manager. It sounds simple until everybody starts screaming, splitting and blaming lag. Atmosphere in fact does the heavy lifting here, and also it's not reinventing horror, but it sort of knows its own lane. Short sessions, teamwork, and just enough fear to make voice chat unbearable. Best played with friends, worst played alone at night. Now, with that being said, the case of Golden Idol returns to mobile after vanishing from Netflix, and thankfully it's still razor sharp. This is a murder mystery that trusts your brain, not, quiz markers per se. You examine crime scenes, connect motivations, timelines, and outcomes, then literally spell out the truth. It's also set across 50 years in a grim 18th century world. It's pretty dark, clever, and quite weirdly addictive as well. 2 cases are free, the rest unlock with 1 purchase. If you enjoy feeling smart, this one really delivers.
There's hope for us all.
Going up to number 10, Sid Meier's Civilization 7 has officially landed on Apple Arcades if you've got one of those subscriptions, and it's still very much Civilization, just with a few bold new tweaks that longtime fans are really arguing about, of course. The big shake-up is that leaders now rotate by era, and progression is also streamlined into 3 major ages instead of, classic slow burn pace. Some will call that refreshing, of course, others borderline heresy, but the important part is this is a full fat 4X experience on mobile, offline, no extra cost, of course, if you're subscribed. It's Civilization, and that's always dangerous for your free time. In case you missed it, I've said it before, my starter winter car mechanic is for players who don't mind spending many hours just bolting parts together to feel the vibe. You build the car piece by piece in first person, and the cold all out in the winter in Russia, and it's clearly inspired by my summer car, but it's trimmed down for mobile, and it's surprisingly patient about it. The driving is a bit hard, but purposeful, of course, which fits the vibe. No ads, no online play if you didn't want it, no timers begging around for money, just quite mechanical suffering and earning. If fixing simulation games relax you, this one belongs to you. Coming up behind that at number 12, we have Might and Magic Fates the card game, which is Ubisoft's serious attempt at dragging the Might and Magic name back into relevance, and this time as a strategic card game. We talked about this game many times here. We're here to report today that it's in great shape. Great overall replay, no bugs whatsoever, and it's not only functional but quite addictive. I mean, it's familiar enough for Hearthstone or MTG players to select right in, but also different enough to stay interesting. No obvious pay-to-win nonsense, yet solid deck building depth, and matches also feel fair. If Ubisoft doesn't fumble it later down the line, this could grow into something truly special.
The story begins when Yuza Minakuchi, a young pearl diver.
Alright, so Paranormal Sight, The Mermaid's Curse, is, however, shaping up to be the kind of game that doesn't beg for hype. It just sort of quietly raises an eyebrow considering it's gonna be a $20 mobile port. You see, Square Enix has taken the series to a place already loaded with real-world mermaid folklore, which is honestly doing half the horror heavy lifting for them. The signature 360-degree perspectives back. There's talk of new mechanics such as minigames and deeper environmental interactions, but until launch it's just all potential energy, so if it lands this could be one of those rare mobile horror games that needs to be explained, especially for the cost.
Eager for a chance at fortune.
Ever gotten lost in a dungeon and loved it? Well, basically that's Shiren's Serpentcoil Island, or the previous original PC for the Mystery Dungeon. So look, if you like dying, a lot on purpose, Serpentcoil Island is definitely gonna be your jam. Every dungeon runs random, floors, monsters, loot, everything. And it's all manual as well, nothing's on autopilot since it's a mobile game. You're gonna be needing brains, reflexes, and maybe a little luck as well down the line. The controls are smooth on mobile, so no PC jank complaints here, and quick sessions or marathon grind here. The fun's guaranteed and it's amazing. The game's available on both the Google and the Apple Store, and it's also from the original Spike Chunsoft team as well. Extreme Rush, on another hand, is not the type of game that, messes around. It's tiny runs, huge ramps, insane jumps. It's land clean or kiss your car goodbye. For what it's worth, drifting actually feels pretty good in this game. Boosts, hit just right, and unlocking new cars keep you coming back for more. Pretty good for 5-minute bursts or with just one more run binge. It's free online, Androids only. Graphics pop, controls are sick, and you'll totally get airborne. If you've ever wanted to feel like a stunt driver without the hospital bills, this is it. Going down to number 16, we have the game Akath Tales, which is a roguelike game that actually makes mobile strategy feel cool again. You summon spirits, mix and match skills, and just see what combos wreck the enemies better. If you like roguelike RPGs, you're getting instant gratification with this game. Combat rewards thinking, strengths and role synergies actually matter. Down the line, it's pretty unpredictable with mini games and puzzles here and there, so autopilot's not gonna save you, of course. And it's also deep without dragging. Almost perfect for mobile players who want strategy, collection, and fighting in bite-sized bits. Sitting on a blade of grass with more personality than a AAA almost, we have an indie game here. It's called I'm a Ladybug, where it's a casual action game. You crawl, dig, and dodge predators as a bug, all while learning that even the tiniest creatures have their own drama. You've got 12 days of garden life before the life cycle's over. There's a lot of emotional depth, a lot of action. It's got 0 ads, 0 paywalls, just pure contemplative bug fighting. This is like Insect Life, but make it heroic. And last but not least, with Spirit Summoners, which is a idle RPG minimal indie work that almost knows exactly what it is, which is why it also leans all the way in towards that direction. You summon these cute toy-like heroes straight from Chinese mythologies, set your team, tweak a few tactics, and then let the game absolutely all the way plays itself while you just live your life. The battles are not bad, flashy, progression's fast, numbers go up whether you're online or offline because it's an idle game. The gacha, as always, pulls the main dopamine engine. It's a pretty chill game, pretty colorful, and actually good at wasting 5 minutes repeatedly. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, I'll see you again soon.